going up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Chicago Tigers and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on, oh, come on, oh.
On first down, Trubisky. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, eat. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 13.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there.
Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. Get in the weight room. Under pressure.
Now a play fake here on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. An ideal start for them, really.
Watch the twist. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. 36. Wide. Get wide. 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
Run it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Taken in at the 22.
Go, boys, let's go!
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hard, fellas. All day.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. On 2nd and a yard, Prescott. The numbers for touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 40. Three-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5. I got you, punk. 6 guys. 6 guys.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On 2nd and 1, Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. If second...
Watch 55. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. We're going to 53. Bang, bang, bang.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Finding room at the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. One play, two plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On first down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Staying open.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. 2nd quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Well, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
You don't want no problem from me.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! All day.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Come on, fellas.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, he really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Four down. Check.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the run.
Elliott.
Check three.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Let's go.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch the run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. Some very intriguing games in that early window, highlighted by the one going on at the Superdome.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Check hot route. Hot.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hart. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on second down. Trubisky completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Trubisky. He's got Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Watch the pass.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Baby. Keep working.
A big play there. 76 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let them know.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Trubisky now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Ready? That's good for a Cowboys first down.
We're going to 54.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go. Get out there. Go.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide eight. Ricky. Shift.
On first down, Britt. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Now Trubisky to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll keep it on the ground. Britt, and he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the losses continue to mount as they